Okay, so I've just had the tea break, and now we're going to get on with the next part. So this is the next part of activity 1. So let's have a look to see what we're doing. Okay, so go into the classroom. We just finished doing this, and we're going to be doing activity 1 and 1B. Okay, so we've just finished creating this folder structure in File Explorer. Let's have a quick look at it. Here's the folder structure. This is it here. And what we're going to do is we are now in this video number 2, we're going to take a screenshot of that, which is like taking a picture of the folder structure. And as I explained at the end of the last video, we're going to take only a portion of this screen. Yeah, we don't need to take a picture of the whole screen, and we're going to place it into a Word document, save it, and upload it to the tutor. Okay, so let's give that a go. Are you ready? Good. Take a deep breath. Let it out. Okay, here we go. So what we need to do is refer to our documents. Let's have a quick look at our documents and make sure that we're clear as what we're going to do. We finished this, so I'm going to close this off now. We don't need that. And I'm going to look at the next instruction, which is this one here. So I click on this and I will download it, which I have done here. I've downloaded it and I've got it beside me, so it helps me along. I'll refer to this as we're talking anyway, so you can see what I'm talking about. And we need to follow the instructions as it is here. So number 1, it says create a Microsoft Word document. So let's just do that. We're going to create a Word document. So just like when we was going to File Explorer, we can go down to the status bar down here, and we can look for the search box and click in here and type Word, W-O-R-D. The reason why I do that is because sometimes Word is not shown on the desktop, or Word is not on the side, so you need to search for it. So this is a quick way to learn. So we go to Word, and as Word opens, we go to a blank document. So we click on blank document, and then I like to make the screen quite large when we're doing this exercise. So we'll click on the maximize icon there, and we'll zoom in a little bit. So if you want to zoom in a little bit, you could go down to the bottom of the screen here, and you can see that there's a minus and then there's a plus. It tells you that this is a zoom bar. So we can zoom in a little bit just so that the text isn't too small. Okay, and let's see what the first instruction is. So if we go back to the handout, and it says create a Word document, we've done that, and it says immediately save the document as award in progression, folder structure, screenshot. So that's the whole of the title of the document. This is what you're going to save the file as, okay? Not award in progression and then that's it. All of this, award in progression, folder structure, screenshot. All right, so that's what we're going to save it as. We'll go back to our Word document. Let's go back to the Word document. Where is it? There it is at the bottom here. And we're going to type in, we're going to go to save, sorry, I apologize. But before we actually save this, okay, I want you to do something. I want you to go to no spacing, okay? And the reason why we go to no spacing is because if we leave it as normal, when we press enter, the cursor will jump down almost like an extra space, and the lines will have a big gap in between them, and we don't want that. So I always go to no spacing right at the beginning of my document. Okay, so as soon as you open the document, go to no spacing, and then we do the saving. So we're going to go to File, Save As, Browse, because we want to look for the location, and then we want to save it inside the folder called Award in Progression. That's what the instruction says. So let's go to Documents, which is here. Go into Documents. We see the Award in Progression folder, so we double click inside there. And this is where they want us to save it. That's what the instruction says. We don't need to save it in any of these folders that we've created, just the Award in Progression folder, all right? So let's do that. And the name that we want to give it is Award in Progression Folder Structure Screenshot, because that's what's going to be put inside this document. So, Award in Progression Folder Structure Screenshot. That's what you're going to type inside the file name. Do not change the save as type. Leave that alone. Don't play with that. Okay? We want to save it as a Word document. And we'll just leave it at that. We're in the right location. We check everything first before we hit save. Now that we've checked everything first, we hit save. Click on save. And we know that the document's been saved because if we look at the top here, it says the name of the file that we gave it. All right. So now we need to go to the next thing where it says number 3, add a title, Award in Progression Folder Structure Screenshot. And that makes sense. We've got the file name, but in the document itself doesn't say what this is about. Number 3 says add the title, Award in Progression Folder Structure Screenshot. So I'm going to type that in there. I'm going to cheat a bit. I'm going to paste it because I copied it earlier. But you can just type it in here. And then it says, once you've typed the title, it says type your full name below the title. So below the title, you press enter to get below the title. And as you see, the cursor only goes down really directly below the line above. And you put in your full name. So I'm going to put in Ives David. And that's that. And then it says below your name, add the date. So I'm going to press enter and we'll add today's date. What's today's date? Today's date is Sunday, the 2nd of March. It's spring. Spring. Flowers and the scent of roses, sunflowers. Yes, we're heading towards summer. Wonderful. Okay. So let's type the date, which is the 2nd of the 3rd. 2025. And if you're watching this in the future, hello future person, I hope you're enjoying yourself. Okay, so after we've done that, I'll press enter a couple of times and it says below the date, take the screenshot of the award progression topic folder structure and then paste the screenshot number 7 into the MS Word document, so below the date. So we need to go back to the folder structure so we could take that screenshot because that's what it asks us to do for number 6. So let's go to the folder structure. So we're back at the folder structure and we just need to take the screenshot. Now to do a screenshot the way that I've explained, which is to take a portion of the screen, there's a method that you use. And the method is you press down the Windows key, the Shift key, and then you tap S. Okay? Windows key, Shift key, and then tap S. All right? And I've actually put a little video tutorial, a very short video on how to do that. All right? So if you look into the video section, you'll see that. So hold down the Windows, Shift, tap S, and my screen will go dark. And when it goes dark, you'll see like a little crosshairs. Can you see that crosshairs? And this crosshairs allows me to select the portion of the screen that I want to take the screenshot of. So I'm going to click and I'm going to drag and drag. And I want this much. And what I say to my students when you're doing this, I'm holding my finger down, left button, just so I can demonstrate, is you've got to tell a story to whoever's going to look at this screenshot. They need to understand why you've taken this screenshot. Yeah. So I'm going to take a picture so I can see at the top there the name of the folder. I can see the path at the top there. So it says Documents, Award in Progression. And I can clearly see all the folders that are contained within. And then that's it. So I press, I let go of the left button and the picture has been taken. All right. What we need to do now is hurry back to Word. All right. Because it's stored in the computer's memory. And if the computer forgets, then we'll have to do it again. So we hurry back to Word. We go back into Word and we just click on paste. You see paste up here? We click on paste and that's it. The screenshot appears in the document. So let's see. We've done number 6. We've taken the screenshot. We used Window key, Shift and tap S. That's the instructions are actually on the handout as well. We've pasted it into the document below the date. And now it says save the document again by tapping I'm holding Control and tapping S. So I'm going to do that. Hold down Control, the Control key, and tap S. And it's automatically just done a very quick save. So it saved everything I've done since my last save. It's just updated everything. And all we've got to do now is upload it to Google Classroom and hand it into our tutor so we can get a pat on the back. All right. So we've done this. We've saved this. We do not need this document floating around anymore. So let's just close this off. We finished with the document. And we need to go back to our classroom. So if you notice, behind the window, we can click on the bar here and move around, and we can see there's our class in the background, okay? So I'm going to go back to the class, and I want to hand this in. So to be honest with you, when you're opening these assignments, you should always go to View Instructions first. Click on View Instructions, and then you'll see where to hand in your work, okay? So, and then you start clicking on these handouts. I need to hand in my work. So I need to add or create. I want to add a file to my work that I'm going to turn in or hand in. So I click on Add. Then I go to File, because it's a file, a document file. So I go to File. And then it says, where do you want to browse to? Where do you want to look to? So I want to browse. I'm going to look for my documents folder, which is here. And this is the award in progression. And inside here is where I saved it, right? So double click and go inside here. And there's the document that I've created. So I'm going to click on this now. And then I'm going to go to Open. And the file will upload and be presented to my tutor. So give it a moment. There you go. And the work is done. And you can click on it to have a look as well yourself. You can see a preview of your work. See, this shows you a little preview of your work. And you can see perfectly done. And then when you finish previewing it, you can just click on X to close that. And then you can turn it in before we go on to the next. So let's click on Turn In. And then confirm, turn in. And that's it. Now, here's the thing. A lot of the times I get students saying to me that they want to access their documents, or that I'll get a text or email saying to me, can I give them permissions to access the document that they've handed in? If you've handed in a document to me, you don't need my permissions to access it. What you need to do is come to the classroom, go into the assignment that you've actually handed it in, and you can click on Unsubmit. That means when you unsubmit it, let me show you. I click on Unsubmit and unsubmit again. You'll see that I now can access my document. I can even delete it if I want to, all right? But I will also suggest that you don't delete any work that you've done unless the tutor tells you to do so. Just keep on adding work to it, because the tutor likes to see your development. So if you made an error or something, doesn't matter, make the changes and upload the document with the corrections in it, all right? Meanwhile, while we're looking at this, we can see that we have these two documents here, and we can now click on X if we wanted to get rid of them because we've unsubmitted, but we don't want to do that. So we're going to turn it in and then turn it in, or hand it in, turn in and hand in the same thing. And that's it. The job's done. That's it. The teacher's going to be well pleased. So all you got to do now is give yourself a pat on the back. I like to give myself a pat on the back, especially when I've done a good job. I think we should all praise ourselves when we do something right. Okay, so we finished that one. We just need to go to the next exercise. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. And don't forget, as I said in the last video, you can always pause me, rewind me, and play me again if I've gone too fast. See you in the next video.